Frog and Mouse, Enchanted Friendship. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a friendly and curious little frog named Fred. Fred loved to hop around and explore the world. He would spend his days leaping from one lily pad to another and singing cheerful songs that echoed through the trees. In the same forest, there was a timid but clever little mouse named Molly. Molly lived in a cozy burrow with her family and spent her days searching for tasty morsels of food, like berries and seeds. She was always careful to avoid predators, especially the sly and cunning fox that roamed the woods. One bright morning, as Fred was hopping near the edge of the forest, he noticed a movement among the leaves. He curiously hopped closer and saw a tiny creature with round ears and bright eyes. It was Molly, the little mouse. Fred had never seen a mouse before, and Molly had never encountered a frog either. They both stared at each other, intrigued by the unfamiliar sight. "Hello there," Fred croaked cheerfully, breaking the silence. Molly was startled at first, but quickly realized that the frog meant no harm. "Oh, hello," she replied shyly. "I'm Molly." "I'm Fred, the frog," he said with a friendly smile. "It's nice to meet you, Molly." As they began to talk, they realized that they had much in common. Both loved exploring and had a fondness for adventure. They decided to become friends and spent the day sharing stories and laughter. As days turned into weeks, Fred and Molly's friendship grew stronger. They would meet by the river and tell each other about their daily adventures. Fred would tell Molly about the fascinating creatures he met in the water, like colorful fish and water bugs. In return, Molly would share stories about her family's funny escapades while gathering food in the forest. One afternoon, when the sun was shining brightly, the friends decided to go on an adventure together. They wanted to explore the mysterious part of the forest, where no one dared to go. It was said that the forest was enchanted, and strange things happened there. Undeterred, Fred and Molly set off on their adventure. They hopped and scurried through tall grass and dense foliage, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. The forest seemed different in this part, with peculiar-shaped trees and sparkling flowers that glowed in the sunlight. As they ventured deeper into the enchanted forest, they came across an old and rickety bridge. It was made of wooden planks and swayed dangerously with each step. Fred, being the more daring of the two, hopped on the bridge first. He called out to Molly, encouraging her to join him. Molly hesitated, afraid of crossing the wobbly bridge. I'm not sure, Fred. It looks dangerous." "Don't worry, Molly," Fred reassured her. "I'll be right here beside you. We can do it together." With Fred's encouragement, Molly gathered her courage and stepped onto the bridge. They slowly made their way across, one step at a time, and cheered with joy when they reached the other side safely. As they continued their adventure, they stumbled upon a sparkling pond filled with colorful stones. They marveled at the beauty and decided to collect some stones as souvenirs of their special day. But as Fred reached out to grab a shining blue stone, the pond water began to ripple. Suddenly, a mystical water sprite emerged from the pond. The sprite had a mischievous grin and said, "To take a stone from my pond, you must answer a riddle. Fail, and you'll be stuck here forever." Fred and Molly exchanged nervous glances, but decided to try their luck. The sprite asked them a series of tricky riddles, and together they used their cleverness and friendship to solve each one. The sprite, impressed by their teamwork and wit, allowed them to take a few stones as a reward. With their newfound treasures, Fred and Molly bid farewell to the enchanted forest and returned home safely. From that day on, Fred and Molly's friendship became an inspiration to all the creatures of the forest. They proved that even the most unlikely of friends could overcome challenges together, and that courage and cleverness could lead to wonderful adventures. And so, the frog and the mouse continued to explore the forest together, creating beautiful memories, and their friendship remained a shining example of the magic that can happen when different worlds collide. Moral of the story is, through courage, cleverness, and friendship, We can overcome challenges and embark on enchanting adventures together.